Now this is a story all about how I got my motorcycle license in Japan, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there and I'll tell you all about it as if anyone cares. I wish I could have recorded while I was doing the lessons, but Japanese privacy laws are scary and I was concerned with getting through the lessons safely. So enjoy the sights and sounds of me in the first month of riding on public roads while I tell you how it all went down. Getting a license in Japan can be very expensive, especially if you don't already have one. A lot of non-Japanese can convert the license they already have to a Japanese one and skip a lot of the time and expense. I didn't have that option since I don't have a bike license or even a car license. Well, technically I still have a UK license, but I haven't been behind the wheel in over 20 years. I wanted to make sure I was well prepared and confident before I went out on the road. That meant an accredited driving school and a lot of classroom and on-bike lessons. There are two schools very close to where I live, but the negative reviews put me off, so I didn't look much further into them. Rude staff or inability to book lessons were the main complaints. The one I decided on wasn't far and there was a free bus part of the way. It was usually bang on time, and when it wasn't, the driver would phone ahead and tell them which students were on board so you wouldn't get in trouble for being late. I got a good feeling about the place and it worked out really well. You start your classroom lessons after doing the suitability test, which I'll talk about next time. All the lessons would be in Japanese, but that wasn't a huge problem as my level is a self-assessed pretty good. Starting from scratch with no license means 26 hours of classroom time and 19 hours of instruction on the bike, and cost about 179,000 yen. You pay part of it up front and the rest on your own time, lesson by lesson if you want to. That was a pretty good motivation to not mess up. I was excited to get going. How is getting a license where you live? I know in some countries you can be out on the roads much quicker than in Japan, and at a far less cost, even if you're an absolute beginner like me. And in the US it can vary by state. I'm not trying to get into that tired argument of which is better, I'm just interested.